Do you ever notice yourself trying to sit up straight at your desk, but then mere minutes later you find yourself in that same slouching position because it's more comfortable? Well, in this video, we're gonna go over 3 quick but effective methods that are not only gonna give you that immediate difference that you're looking for, but are also gonna help to establish long-term corrective posture, starting with number 1. Number 1 is elevation, which is all about bringing your work up to your gaze so that you don't have to bring your gaze down to your work. The closer that you can bring your work to the level of your gaze, the better, because ultimately elevation is about telling your body that it doesn't need to hunch over in order to see the work. Instead, when you bring it up to your level of gaze, your chin doesn't lean down and it doesn't encourage your body to lean forward. Instead, it encourages those muscles that we often neglect in our daily activities. If you notice that you have to bring your shoulders up to the level of your elevation in order just to type, make sure you get one that doesn't have this problem. And these are called risers usually instead of elevators. But if you do have a PC, make sure to get one of these and to attach the keyboard down below. And if you have a laptop, you can get an attachable keyboard as well to do the same thing. Number 2 is cushioning your landing. Especially with office chairs that come with a slant, a cushion can be great for keeping that spine neutral again and keeping those hips more in line with your knees instead of having them sink below into the back of this tilt here on the chair, leading your knees to be higher than where your hips are. And so the goal is to basically cushion yourself to the point where they pretty much come in line with each other, but more importantly, set your spine more neutral. Now the placement depends on whether you have a more rounding spine, if you're prone to doing that more when you slouch, or if you're prone to have a more of an anterior pelvic tilt. Now as a result, if someone like me has more of an anterior pelvic tilt, they'll likely want to sit more toward the center if they're sitting too far forward on their cushion. With rounding, it's the opposite. You'd want to bring yourself more forward, especially if you're leaning all the way back into the chair, to try to keep that spine more neutral. Testing this out a bit will help as you see which level of cushion is needed to keep this plane neutral, and seeing where you place yourself on it to keep your spine neutral will help the most, because adjusting yourself at the base will inform everything that happens at the top. It's much easier to not slouch over if you've already informed the bottom half of your body that it needs to remain neutral in order to support yourself. The third method I want to show you helped me out with my slouch the most, and that's opening up your shoulders with an exercise I went over in more detail in the last video. So make sure to check that out if you want to get a more detailed version of this, especially if you deal with slouch more often than not. But basically, you're going to want to start this exercise anytime you want to take a break at your desk, and it starts by taking an inhale down into your stomach and breathing and allowing your shoulders to come up, back, and down. And this gets you into the ready position. As your palms are probably facing down for most of the time that you're at your desk, bring them to face up, which will allow your shoulders to open up more, and bring your elbows out to your side. Then inhale and bring those palms slowly out to the sides, using the muscles in your shoulder blades that you often neglect to help bring them out, exercising them. And slowly, once you're at the top, take a few breaths here and bring them back in, keeping that same position in your back. As you do this, make sure your elbows don't slip back, which will cause your shoulders to come forward more. Keep your elbows steady and in line with your ears. Once you're here at the top of your breath, hold it and maintain that same engagement with those shoulder muscles as you slowly exhale, keeping that same position and letting your body know that you can maintain this position in your back and with your chest open even as you bring your palms toward the center. When you catch yourself slouching at work or every 30 minutes to about an hour, make sure to take a break and to reset your shoulders with this opening exercise. It should be simple enough, but maintaining that same elbow space will help you so much in terms of opening up that chest and keeping those shoulders engaged to keep you upright for as long as possible. It's a way of letting your body know that it doesn't need to hunch over in order to get that same work done. Again, if you need more details, make sure to check out this video. It'll be sure to help, and it'll help you be able to do it at home so you can maintain that as you go about doing your daily activities. Also, make sure to check out our website below for more information. I'm Coach Ray, and thanks so much for watching. Make sure to utilize these to stop your slouch.